Hey everyone, today we are in Asheville, North Carolina at the Cracker Barrel. So we came out to Asheville to do a podcast with Light Heart Gear, and Judy Gross, the CEO of Light Heart Gear, came out on a Friday, thought, oh, there'll be plenty of camping, plenty of sites to go to. Never come to Asheville on a Friday night thinking you're gonna find a campsite. So we overnighted in the van at Cracker Barrel. By the way, this is a great place to boondock. We called the manager and asked if we could park the van in the parking lot overnight. He said, yeah, no problem. He said, the only caveat though is that bears are in the parking lot all the time. So we didn't see any bears last night, but we did get a great cup of coffee and we got breakfast at the Cracker Barrel. We did do a little checking on the internet, and we did find that We Are the Russos actually stayed in exactly the same spot that we parked the van in. And so we figured they wrote a whole blog post on parking at Cracker Barrels in their van. So we figured we were pretty safe. So that's what we did. We came out here about 9 o'clock after a meet and greet in Asheville last night at the Wicked Weed Brewery. Asheville, downtown Asheville is like probably 2 miles away from here. So we parked a lot of lights out here, felt very safe. There was only one other RVer here last night on a Friday night. Other than that, it was very quiet and we went right to bed. So looking for a campsite in around the Asheville area isn't always the easiest, but we did find North Mills Recreation Area, which is in the Pisgah National Forest, which we wanted to go to anyway. It's about 30 minutes south of Asheville, and it's a great campground. They've got the best of everything. They've got some RV sites, they've got some car camping sites, and they have tent sites. All the roads are paved. It's not hard at all. The other campground that we found that we were going to stay at is Lake Powhatan. Lake Powhatan is also in the Pisgah National Forest, and that's about 10 minutes away from Asheville. Both were completely booked. In fact, this campground, North Mills Campground, there were only 2 sites left when we pulled in today at around noon. So it's been a very popular weekend. So of course, in true style, it rained a lot of this afternoon. I mean, that just rained like thunderstormed. So we rigged a tarp. It's working so far until we get something permanent for the van that's going to replace an awning for the Airstream. We're just tarping it right now, but it worked and it's doing the job. So, but the rain has stopped, the sun has came out. Apparently some kind of big tree fell over a power line a couple miles away, which meant the campground has no power. Makes no difference anyway because we have solar, we have power in the van. But other than that, it's no biggie. It always rains in the mountains anyway. So tomorrow we head out, we're gonna go up to Shining Rock Wilderness and hang out there and do some hiking and just play around along the Blue Ridge Parkway. the thing about the Pisgah National Forest that you have to understand if you're looking for campsites, campgrounds, free spots to hang out, is that Campendium app will tell you that there's all kinds of free sites out there. Little tiny coves, old recreation areas, old campgrounds, and that is true. When you look at the Campendium map, there's quite a few places to camp. The problem is that the rangers are closing those places. They're starting to close them because, well, everybody and their brother's down there or up there, and it's becoming kind of trashy. So I talked to one of the local rangers here today, and he said, don't count on those spots being available too much longer. They're starting to gate some of those forest roads. One of them is a popular forest road called 5000. We're gonna go check it out tomorrow, but we did not stay there only because the reviews on it were, we saw a lot of reviews that said trash. Some of them said they were really good, some of them said they weren't. So we decided to come to North Mills because for the money, for $22, you can't really beat it. It's got almost everything you need, plus it's pretty secure, pretty safe. They have 2 different camp hosts here, and although we didn't, 22 bucks, for a lot of people that boondock for free may be a lot of money. I mean, you got to understand, for 3 days of being on the road, paying $22, that's not bad.
It's some of the campsites are really good and some of them are really crappy. We happened to snag a really nice one a little bit off of the beaten path, so our dogs are having the time of their life, getting to play without the other distractions of any other campers or dogs nearby. So it's it's ball time, and it's been really, it's been a great space. Our dogs are creek dogs. They love to swim and play in the water. There's a lot of fishing along the corridor, so we've been challenged to find a really good swim spot for the dogs that is not going to interfere with the fishermen. So I would say that's the only downside that we've experienced so far, but other than that, it's been really good.
So if you're gonna come backpacking in the Pisgah National Forest, you wanna go to Shining Rock Wilderness. It is absolutely beautiful. You've got 2 beautiful waterfalls you can go see. You can play in the river, and I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. You're gonna be at about 5,000 feet, so the weather is gonna be completely different from wherever you're coming from, especially from Asheville. The weather's gonna be completely different. So right now it's windy, it's fog, misty, it's raining, but that's what mountain weather is like. You do need a bear canister If you go backpacking in the Shining Rock Wilderness, completely mandatory. You have to have a bear canister. So it's one of the very few areas in the southeast where the wilderness area mandates a bear canister. But it's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful area.